Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. We are reacting to highlights of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight that happened just over this past week. I, unfortunately, was not able to tune in to the fight, though I hear I didn't miss much considering it was stuttery and lagging, apparently, for a lot of people. Nate here did tune into the fight, so he'll probably have a little bit more insights than I will, and also he has been in more fights than I have. So, he's got a little bit more knowledge in that front. So with that, we'll go ahead and we're going to get it started.
He looks terrifying. Like, I don't care about his age. I would rather fight Jake Paul than that. Like, even after seeing the fight, I would rather fight Jake Paul than that.
Oh yeah, in a real fight for sure too.
I don't want to be anywhere
if
near
you were to
that.
ask anybody who would you rather piss off on the street, it is definitely not.
I would rather get Jake Paul upset 10 out of 10 times.
I actually did not know Mike Tyson was only 5'10", because that's about my height. I always just in my head thought he was this larger than life person. I would have thought he would have been like 6'2" at least or something.
That's a fear mechanism. 50-6, 44 KO.
Yeah, that's a terrifying stat.
Dude, Jake looks scared right there.
I hope I can move like that when I'm 58.
Yeah, he's moving.
That would have been a perfect opportunity to take a little snack out of an ear.
Right. All right. But did you see how fast Jake Paul went for the hug right there? It looked like Jake jumped on Mike to hug him. I think Jake got real scared right there.
I mean, isn't that his MO? Like swing, swing, hug?
Yeah, fair enough. Dude, that was awesome.
That was a great guy.
Yeah, it was. I don't like Mike's legs at 58, though.
Oh, look, it looks like he's starting to limp on his right leg there. I wonder if maybe because he was dodging, I wonder if he like stepped wrong and hurt his leg. Because it does look like he hurt his leg. But maybe he has a pre-existing injury I don't know about.
The commentators comment about him not liking his Tyson's 58-year-old legs. You know, what is it, Rocky 5 or 6, where he's old and then fights again, and he goes to the gym, and the guy's giving him the breakdown of what advantages he has, and he's like, well, you've got no stamina, your legs suck, you're old, and he's like, basically, you're at a deficit in every single way, essentially.
That's how I feel when I go to a bank, try to get my finances in order. That's exactly what that's like.
I don't like Mike's legs.
That was a good hit. Dude, I'm going to be honest. If Mike Tyson could have kept this up for all 8 rounds, like with better stamina, dude, I honestly think he would have cleaned out Jake Paul.
I mean, what I think is impressive, right, is those reflexes still at his age.
Oh, yeah, they're there.
He's actively dodging punches, right? I mean, that's insanely impressive.
It's got to be just muscle memory for him. Like, give a guitarist, even though he hasn't touched a guitar in 20 years, he's gonna be right back in it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stumbling with that right leg.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm curious. He's clearly got a brace on, right?
Yep.
But what that is.
Body shot by Jake Paul, too.
Left hook lands for Paul. Nice 1-2 catches Tyson.
Yeah, Jake is looking at that chin.
Yeah, look.
He'll just fight him from the outside now and keep beating like that.
Man, so, I mean, you said it when we talked about this yesterday, but Jake looks really gassed right now.
Oh, yeah, and that's what, yeah, they both look equally depleted, and that's why I'm saying if it wasn't whatever's going on with Mike's legs right there, I think he really had a strong chance at winning this.
Yeah, I mean, for a 31-year age gap to be looking as gassed as the guy that's double your age.
More, yeah, more than double your age.
Yeah,
Right?
it's interesting.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
I
yeah.
just noticed Jake's got the Monopoly Man on his pants.
Yeah, I think those shorts costed over $1 million, if I'm correct.
I probably did.
Hmm.
Knowing that guy.
Yeah. Those are still clean dodges.
Yeah. But also, I mean,
That, yeah.
Referee Mark Calloy warning Paul not to measure. Well, he measured him, and then he hit him with a right and left. Tyson coming forward, but Paul, does he have the one knockout left?
Oh, wow.
Tyson's final victory was against Clifford Etienne. The show of
I like
respect.
how Mike is still in that kill mode right there. You saw him reach that glove out, but because even though Jake looks like he's like, hey, we're done here, he didn't touch gloves, which you automatically see Tyson go back to, oh, you didn't touch gloves? Okay, I'm going to kill you. Like, you see that, right?
also, you paused it on just the most unflattering possible image of Jake Paul's face.
I think I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that.
Oh, this guy looks like, oh, that's a funny photo.
Yeah.
But, you know, you make faces when you're tired.
Yes.
That fight lasted 49 seconds. This one goes 16 minutes.
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Jake El Gallo Paul.
I think Mike knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, Mike went for the handshake and Jake
I
missed
think,
it.
yeah. Well, I think Tyson knows Jake he's not a fully seasoned fighter. He doesn't automatically have those reflexes to go for the handshake and stuff yet.
I don't know. He
Yeah.
What's Jake's? I mean, he's done like almost 10. He's like 7-1 or something,
yeah, but they're
right?
not.
I
They
mean,
weren't real. Like they weren't. You know.
Yeah, he's trying to pass himself off as a real boxer,
Right.
though. So, I mean, you saw the whole fight. What were your thoughts on the fight as a whole?
I think this highlight reel captures the actual fight pretty well in terms of intensity. Like it started off good. Like the first 3 rounds, I thought Mike was winning. Mike had way more energy than I was expecting. His dodges were just clean. They were really good dodges. He took a couple hits and it didn't look like they affected him that much. The only one hit I saw, like I would say the pivotal point was that one where Jake threw those like double jabs and it made Mike look disoriented. And that's when he kind of stumbled back in the corner. Like I couldn't tell like, hey, did you just hurt your leg? You fell off balance. It looked like something more happened there than just him getting hit by a jab.
Yeah.
And that after that moment, like the quality of Tyson's fighting just dropped like a rock.
I mean, that's part of Father Time, right? You just are not going to have as much endurance as someone more than half your age.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think obviously this is a highlights, not the full fight, but from what I saw of it, I mean, I don't know if I go as far as to say, oh, it was like a complete scam, especially if you could watch it without paying anything extra on Netflix, right? It's not like people had to go out and really do pay-per-view because who doesn't have Netflix?
Right.
And I mean, it seemed fine enough. Like, is it a belt contender, level fight? No, but I mean, if you were tuning in and to a 58-year-old fight, and you were expecting that caliber, like, I don't know I think you just had wrong expectations, right? I mean, I think for what it was, at least what I saw here, it was a decent showing. And at the end of the day, if you've got Netflix, you don't have to pay anything extra for it to tune in. Like, if you don't like it, just it's very easy and costs you nothing to flip off.
Right.
So I think, I don't know, that I feel like it's gotten a disproportionate amount of hate relative to what it was.
Obviously, this fight never would have legally happened. If I'm correct, this was they had to, whatever state they were in, I think it was Texas. They had to have this fight in Texas because it was the only state that would even let the fight happen.
Oh, really? Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah, when it comes to boxing specifically, there actually is an age. Like, and every other state has it to where you cannot box someone. I think that there has to be an age gap. Like, there is a stoppage. Texas is the only state where you can fight people with a significant age gap. So that's why
That's
yeah.
the two states that would that if I'm not educated on that, but if that's true, the two states where that does not surprise me will be Texas and Florida.
Yeah, I think Florida. I don't think Florida has many laws at all regarding fighting.
Yeah, so those would be the two that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so Texas, yeah, I wasn't surprised by it. At first, I was like, okay, Texas. Oh, interesting. I would have thought New York or something. And yeah, it turns out it's because, yeah, the age gap. Every other state would have shut it down. Been like, no, we're not. So for a fight that is technically illegal in every other state, he did well.
Yeah.
He did well considering that. At the end of the day, I was really happy seeing Mike in the first few rounds and like watching him fight. I'm like, oh hey, that's Mike Tyson. That is Mike Tyson. He's going in for a knockout in like the first 2 rounds. That's old Mike Tyson. That's what it looked like he was doing. He just couldn't maintain it as I expected. But I still love Mike Tyson.
Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah, I love Mike Tyson.
Unfortunately.
And honestly, after this fight, I think I love him a little more. He really went in there, and I think he really tried. I don't think he held back. I think he had limitations, but
you don't think it was staged?
No. I think if no, because there were a few hits in there that easily could have connected, and if they would have connected, and this goes both ways. There were a couple like haymakers that Jake put out, and Tyson barely dodged. Like the one where he took a hit to the forehead. It grazed his eyebrow.
Yeah.
If that would have hit his chin, Mike would have went down. And there was probably 4 or 5 throws like that where if like, hey, if that was just an inch lower or higher, that would have connected and it would have been nasty. And there were equal amounts from Mike Tyson's side where you could see, like in the first round, it really looked like Jake got scared when he saw some of the punches that Mike was throwing. Like you could see the look on his face. There were a few moments where Jake looked shocked, and you could see he was kind of falling back a little bit because he was like, oh, this guy is about to rip my face off if I get close to him like that again in the first round. You saw his strategy change. At least that's what I thought. Right when Jake saw a couple of those come really near to his face, I don't think he's had punches thrown like that at him before. And when he saw them, I think there were recalculations going on in his brain. I think Jake did the right thing, and he switched to a more defensive strategy because he's like, okay, I'm gonna let endurance win me this one, and then just come back in the later rounds. That's what it looked like, and I think that is what Jake. Like, if I'm in the ring with Mike and I'm scared, that is exactly what I'm doing because I'm not going for a KO anymore in the first 2 rounds.
You're trying to not get KO'd.
I'm trying to not get murdered. And then in round 4, when Mike is a little tired and I'm 27 and healthy, okay, now I'm going to start swinging on Mike. And that's exactly kind of what happened.
Yeah.
So that makes me think, because of the realism, that made me feel like it's not staged. It looks like...
Okay, fair enough.
It looked like Mike had a strategy.
I mean, I don't think we'll ever...
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever know, right, if it was staged or not. I honestly ultimately don't think it particularly matters because it's not like it cost anyone anything.
Right.
At the end of the day, it is an interesting little conspiracy theory thing to talk about. I mean, and honestly, if you paid $100 pay-per-view for this,
I would have,
and you feel scammed, you deserve that. I mean, like, what the... Why the fuck would you pay $100 pay-per-view when you could just get a 1 month Netflix for like $15? I don't even know if there was a pay-per-view option.
No, there wasn't.
But if you truly paid for pay-per-view for this, then like you're an idiot.
Yeah, from what I know, this was 100% Netflix.
Okay, yeah, then I don't know what people are complaining about. Like, it's, So I thought it was fine. If you guys, let us know in the comments. Did you like the fight? Do you think it was staged? How do you think Mike did at 58 years of age? And who would you like to see Jake Paul fight next? So let us know in the comments and give us a like.